everybody, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about how to build an amazing landing page. Now, sometimes a landing page is also called a sales page. They're pretty much the same thing. What they really are is a landing page / sales page is a page where you have one objective, and that is for the person to make a decision whether they want to buy your product or not. So let's dive in and find out how you can create an amazing landing page. All right, so what is a landing page? Now, I said it a little bit earlier. It can also be known as a sales page, and basically it is a page where you are wanting the person who's landing on your page to make a decision whether they want to buy your product or not. So there's a couple of things that you need on your page that makes it really worthwhile. And we're going to go through all of those today. So one of the first things is it has to be a compelling headline. The headline has to say to the user or the person landing on the page, yes, I am on the right page. I know what your page is all about. It also has to encourage people so that they can read more, really suck them into that page so that they want to know more information and more about what you have to offer them. Now, there must also be a focus on them getting a solution to the problem that they are trying to solve. And you have to make bold but true. So you have to lead with the most fascinating thing about your product or your service, right? So if, say, for instance, your service is going to be able to let them lose weight incredibly fast, that is what you are going to be leading with. You are not going to be leading with the fact that they can fit into their jeans again. It has to lead with what the number one thing that they're going to deliver for you. Then the next one is you're going to have benefit-driven subtitles. Now, I often see people don't actually use this a lot. So this is where you go in and you really break it down for them and give them the benefits beyond what the product is. So if they were going to lose weight really, really fast, they would fit into their jeans. That would be a subtitle. And you have to appeal to what your customers really, really want. Then the next thing is the importance of videos and images. Now, later on, I'm going to show you a couple of landing pages that, in my opinion, don't really hit the mark just because there's no images or no videos. So these really are so powerful. And when it comes to images, you can use the 3D mockups. Now, one of the tools in Builderall actually does have this. There is an app where if you have a look on the side, they've got a 3D book. That blue part is where you can put your image on there and you can make it look like your website or like your product. The other thing is a lanyard. So you have all kinds of mock-ups. If you have a look at this video over here, you can actually put a screen print of your website on that mock-up of that computer or on the phone line. So when it comes to videos, there's so many different types of videos that you can do today. You can do the talking head video. You can do a webinar kind of video. You can have a video where you're explaining the product, where you're demoing the product. There's all types of videos that you can do. Your videos need to have an intro and an outro, and they also need to have a call to action. And also on your website, when you're actually putting your website together, make sure that you have a share image. The importance of a share image. Now, and a share image is basically the preview that somebody will see when you are sharing your video on Facebook or any of the social media. It's that little preview, that little image that gets shown. Now, if you don't create your own share image, what's going to happen is Facebook or Twitter or whatever are just going to grab whatever image they can and they will use that. And sometimes that's not the most ideal image for your website. So create a share image. Another part is that you have to convince your visitors to take action. So in order to do this, you need to have a clear call to action. You need to have contrasting colored buttons, and your button color must be the same throughout. So if your call to action is orange or yellow or green, I wouldn't suggest you have a red one because red is stop and don't go there. But yellow, orange, or green are really good colors for your call to action buttons. Make sure that they are the same button throughout the whole web page. And you must have clear pricing. I don't know about you, but I get so frustrated when I have to work really, really hard on anybody's website to figure out what the price is. So you've got to make that very, very clear from the onset how much they actually got to pay. And then you've got to be a little bit pushy. In other words, you've got to have words like get now, join now, so that, I mean, that's not how you would talk to somebody if you were having a one-on-one conversation. But if you're on a website, it's totally different, and you have to be a little bit pushy. Guarantees also make such a good argument for making a decision. If you have a guarantee, whether it be 7 days, 30 days, 60 days, doesn't matter. As long as you have a guarantee on your landing page, it's going to convert your customers or help them to make the decision that maybe you are trustworthy, that you are willing to put your money where your mouth is and stand behind your product. You can have words like satisfaction guaranteed, no questions asked, refunds. All of those instill a level of trust and security with your visitor for them to make a decision to purchase your product. A sign-off page. Now, this is really cool. Not many websites do that, but you actually have a signature on there, say, and it doesn't have to be your real signature. It can just be a text that looks like a handwriting. It instills that you're a real person and that there is somebody behind the website, and it's just not a anonymous website. And you want to encourage people to have that like, know, and trust in you. And as soon as somebody sees a signature, it does instill that even on an unconscious level. It also then starts creating a little bit of a relationship with them because they've actually seen your name written and it's not in a type text. You have to make the sales decision very, very easy. And the way you do this is add testimonials. Now, testimonials are super awesome. Have an image with your testimonial if you can. And if you can, and this is like a supercharged way of doing it, is you can actually link to a video testimonial. So on your website, you can either have a video testimonial or you can have a testimonial when somebody clicks on that, then the video pops up, because that shows the visitor that your testimonials are real. And if you don't have any testimonials because no one has actually tried your product, you can do beta testers, or you can get demo people that, you can give them the product for free on the premise that they will give you an honest testimonial. So that's another way, if you haven't yet got any testimonials, that you can get them. You can also share your stats. So how many have you sold? How many customers have you got? How many users do you have? You can do satisfaction surveys. And then if you have won any awards, that is supercharged, you can put it on there. Also have an about us, or a story about who you are, how you got started and why you got started. This really helps to instill trust and make you feel like a real person to your landing page visitor. So once you've got your landing page together, you need traffic. You need to be able to have visitors come to your website. And the easiest way to do that is to do ads. Now, when you're doing ads, make pretty sure that they are relevant to whatever you're selling. So if you're selling a web design service, then make sure that you are targeting people who need web design visitors. You have to align, you have to go through and make sure that if your product is for men or for women or for both, that you're actually creating that audience for you. Are they married? Are they single? And I actually have a great video where you can go through and create an avatar. There'll be a link here somewhere on this video, linking to that, where I go through in more detail how you can actually go through and create your avatar. And also quality images. It's so important when you are running an ad. I've seen this not as much nowadays, but I used to see it all the time, that the image quality on the ads was really poor. And that just shows a level of mistrust if your images are not nice and crisp and clean. And also your ad must draw attention to the best benefit that they are going to be getting. Not all the benefits, just pick one, the one that's really going to hit home for them, so that's going to make them curious to click on your ad. All right, so let's go into some examples. Now, I'm going to flip over to the website. I'll show. Okay, so the first one that we're going to be looking at is this one called Live Off Your Passion. Now, I really enjoy this one. I think it's absolutely awesome the way that he's done it. It's got a lovely design, and the video up here, his thumbnail is so friendly. You really want to hit that button and see what this friendly guy has to say. And then if you go off, start doing work you love, that is a call to action. And if his target market is obviously people who are really struggling to do the work that they love to do. And then he's got this great orange button over here, which stands out from the rest of the yellows and the browns from his website. And it's also a little bit pushy because it says there, join 3,000 members doing work they love. So he's telling you he's got social proof that there are 3,000 other members that are also doing what he wants. He's also got a thing about him being featured in a TEDx talk, which gives him credibility as well. And then he goes into solving the 8 problems everybody faces. So he has identified the 8 problems that the people that wanting to join the business or wanting to do what they love, what problems they solve. And that really talks to the avatar that he is wanting to identify. Then he has another call to action. And what I really like about his website is he has the call to action a couple of times throughout the website. So somebody doesn't have to scroll all the way down to the bottom or scroll all the way back up to the top to see where they can actually click and join his program. Okay, so the next great thing is he has great testimonials. What I like about the way he's done his testimonials is he's got the before and the after. So he's saying how the person felt or what they were doing beforehand, and as a result of his program, what the results were after. Very, very, very powerful way to do a testimonial. And then you have the image of the girl there, which is great because that makes it more personable. And he's got several of them throughout his program. And then he breaks it again with the call to action, join us now. And when you click on this, come find us now, it actually takes you to his pricing page, which is awesome, right? And clearly he has the price there, he has everything that you get here on the left, which I've so enjoyed. And like that, he set it out so quick, so easily. It's really easy to read and to see what his program is about. He's got frequently asked questions, awesome to add into your landing page as well, and then come join the party. So overall, I think his landing page is really, really good. He also has no navigation, so there's no way to get off this website or this page. And there's a couple of things that he could maybe do. The step-by-step guide to finding and doing the work you love and guaranteed, that could potentially be in a different font, or even if it's just in black, just like that, it stands out a little bit more. I find it a little bit hard to read, especially because it's quite a busy background. He's got a lot of testimonials. I might cut back on the amount of testimonials that you have. I mean, you can see there's just so many. You probably need 5 or 6 at the most. And you can always go to another page where you just have testimonials, but on an actual landing page, maybe it's a bit much. And then at the bottom here, he's only got a link to his privacy policy. He doesn't have a link to the other legal pages, and those are really important to have on any page for your SEO and for your credibility of your website. So that's that one. It's really, really great. I think it's one of the better ones that I've seen. The next one that I'm going to share is Renegade Strong, and this is a great website as well. So you can see over here right on the top, he has got as featured on Men's Fitness, Men's Health, Muscle, and so forth, and that gives him so much credibility. So it's really good that he's put it up there, because as soon as you see that, you go, oh, okay, and I'm going to read more. And then nice, very clean, bold, the smartest way to build muscle and overcome your hard gainer genetics. So that obviously speaks to his audience, or the audience of people who are wanting to gain muscle or to build muscle. He then goes into some of the benefits to take your physique to the next level. And he's got the hard gainer body is someone who, and then this is for how he explains, and he actually tells rubs in the problem that a hard gainer is actually struggling with. This is also great. The truth is that what works for everyone else does not work for hard gainers. So he's actually telling them, I have the solution to your problem, because everybody else, they're trying to sell you something that isn't going to work for you. And then he's got this image of all these before and afters. He goes into the secrets. That's really, really good. That kind of wording on a landing page is always very good. And then he imagines them forward and says, imagine how different your life could be just a few months from now, which is a really, really strong language. And then he goes into who he is, social proof again, and he says his story, so how he started out and how he became the bodybuilder that he currently now is. He also has these great images where his website's members only, and I believe this is the app that he has, as well as a private Facebook group and all the things that you get. He has testimonials, which is great, the before and the afters, great images as well. And he's got his money back guarantee, very good to have that. And then he has how much it is, $49 a month or $397 per year. And a great thing over here is that you've got the try 7-day risk-free. Very good to actually have that. So this is a great page as well. There are a couple of things that I would potentially do. So I would potentially not have this image in there. To me, it doesn't really speak to what is going on. He's also only you've got to go all the way down to the bottom before you can actually try it risk-free. So you don't know that there's a 7-day risk-free trial until you get right down to the bottom. So if he had a call to action on what we call above the fold, I think that would make this a really strong page. He also doesn't have any of the legal pages that are required for any web page. But other than that, it's great. I do like the fact that he's really nailed his audience and who this page is for. So that's just a few things that you need to look at when you are actually creating a landing or a sales page. In summary, these are the elements that you need on a sales page. You need to have an attention-grabbing and punchy headline. You need a sub-headline that describes who your product is for and why it's valuable. And then you need to use great images and videos, and especially remember the share image. And your text has to be relatable to your audience, the person that you have made this product for. You need case studies, stats, any stats like that. Real results from the products is so, so powerful. And if you can do testimonials with videos, that's going to supercharge your sales page. Also, if you have a money back guarantee, and if you have language like risk-free and no questions asked, that makes a sales page really, really powerful. And of course, make sure that you test all the buttons on your page before you go live with it. So in the next part, I'm going to be taking you through a demo of how you can put it together really, really quickly in the pre-made templates that we have in Cheetah for you. So stick around. We're going to go through the demo of it right now.
So hi everybody, I'm here in the Builder or back office, and I'm going to go into the Cheetah Builder. And once I'm in the Cheetah Builder, I'm going to go to create a new site, and I'm going to call this test landing page. For this example, I'm going to be choosing a blank template. You can also go select a template or a smart template. That's a whole other training, absolutely awesome. But for this example, we're going to use a blank template. Now, this is the landing page that I have when I come to the Builder or homepage. Over here are all my website settings. I also have a place here where I can create a header and a footer that's going to be across my website. But because it's just a landing page, we're just going to go in and we're going to click on Edit Page. So when I land on the page, I can now add an element. So I go to Add, and I go and create an element. So these are all the types of panels that I can add. There's so many that you can. So I'm just going to look for landing page. Alphabetical. So there we go, landing page. And I'm just going to go through, and I like this fitness one. So I'm just going to click on that, and now it's going to add it to the page. And you would now go in and you can update and change all the text, the images, everything, but you've got a simple template that you can really start doing your own landing page with. But now I'm looking and I'm thinking, okay, so what I can do is I actually want another testimonial. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And I'm going to copy this. Now what I want to do is actually want to put this into a box so that I can keep them all together. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to go to elements, I'm going to look for a box, I'm going to get the box, and I'm just going to take a plain box, pop it in there. And now I'm going to take all these little elements and I'm going to put them in there. I'm going to make my box a different size, bring it over there and put the writing in there, that one over there, and the picture in there. Now that's going to be my testimonial box. I can also I want to make it the background settings. I don't want it to have a color, so I'm going to pull this gradient all the way over to the side so that it is transparent. And now I'm just going to copy these. So make that a bit smaller. So I'm going to copy the whole box, duplicate it or clone, and now I've got my other box. Now for it to, just for a design thing, I'm just going to change this text around. So now I've got a template where I can now go and add all my testimonials and put my own product in there. Now I've decided I want to have another element. I want another panel. Now panel is just a section in your landing page, and I'm looking for a frequently asked questions. So I'm going to go over here, and it's going to show me all different types that I can use. So I'm thinking I quite like that one. And it pops it in there. Now obviously I want to have it the same image, very similar to that, but now I've got an image there and then I've got black. So I'm going to put a background image in here, and maybe I'll take this out. Don't want that. I don't want that. And it's fine. And I'm just going to bring these all across to make them go right across the screen. So I'm just showing you really, really quickly, so it might not be perfect. Obviously, when you're working with it, you're going to make it absolutely perfect. Now, what I want to do is I want to change the background. I'm going to change that to an image. So I'm going to edit, and I'm going to come back to background settings. Now, currently it's a solid color, but I want to change it into an image. And now what it's going to do is going to bring up all my images. Now I've got this image, but I don't want it to be a colored image. I want it to be a black and white image. I go to this little edit button. Oh, sorry, not that one, this one. And now I can actually change the color of the image. I go over here to filter, and I want to make it grayscale. So there you've got, I've got grayscale, and it's actually going to save a new image for me in my back office in the grayscale. There's so many images in the back office of Builderall that you can do whatever you want with these images. You can change them as you want. Okay, and now you can see I've got two images. So I'm going to select that image and I'm going to click on save, and there you go. So now you can see I actually have the image in the background. Now this might not be perfect for mine. Now obviously I've got to change the colors, or I can change the color of this box, but you can do all the little design bits. I just wanted to show you what you can do. And then I'm going to add what was another element, a panel that we needed. We needed to have a call to action. So now I'm going to select a call to action, and I'm going to add that one. And with this one, I would, for my design, I would make this white. So I click, and it's neutral. I would change the color to white, and this I would change to white, because what I'm doing is I want to have, for this design of this website, I would like to have it black. So now I'm going to go to the panel, I'm going to go to the background settings, and I'm going to change the color to black. Oh, it's not quite black. Let me just get that. There you go. Okay, so now you can see I have got my call to action. Now what I want to do is I want to change this button. So I go click on the button, I hit edit, and make it a little bit bigger. But because it's black and white, I think orange really would stand out really well. So I can go in here, click on orange, and the background hover so it's orange. And what I like to do is I just like to make it a lighter version of it. And you can go in and you can edit the text, all of that. It's so easy to create a website. So you can go over here. Now, say for instance, I wanted to reuse this element over here. I would just duplicate it and I would just drag it to wherever I wanted it to go. So that's really quickly just a demo of what you can do within the Builder All website to create your landing pages. If we just go back to all the panels that we have, there's so many. There is a bridge page, there's a checkout banners, there's your confirm your email pages, a daily deal page, your downsell, your upsell. There are just so many features in here that are already pre-built for you. All you have to do is grab one that is very similar to what you would like, and you just add your information and it's done for you. So if you would like to know how to join Builder All and join my team, there's so many bonuses that I give you and help along the way. I have a special Facebook group where I can walk you through and help you to build your landing pages. So I hope to see you with Builder All. My links are below. I'll see you in the next video.